Welcome to this look at a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22, converted over from Farming Simulator 19, with me, MrSealyp. I am here on WOSNICE. This is new out on Farming Simulator 22 from Bartson V3, 235.89 megabytes to download. This has been converted over from FS19, and there is a whole list of stuff here. It says it's converted with an upgrade of the map. A new part of the map has been added with 14 new fields, pedestrians added, findable toys. Purchases have been improved with the addition of more purchases. Map endings have been improved, visual bugs have been fixed. You'll find more yourself as you go along. Now, this does have required mods as well. The machine shelter by Bartson V3, the medium garage by Zemek 23433, the old grain mill by Bartson V3, the farmhouse by Barney, the old cowshed for cows by Bartson V3, AgroTeamJezewo, I think it is. Now, those didn't, for me, download automatically, but when I went to load the game up, it came up with a message saying, these mods are required, do you wish to install them now? So I just clicked on it. So it's a kind of semi-auto loaded, so it loaded those all in for me. Good as gold. But then when you go in, you have to make sure you've just got them checked on your selected mods, otherwise they won't appear on the map. New farmer, the slot count is 792. Farm management start from scratch is 718. The difference between the two, on new farmer, you start with the buildings that we've got around me. On the other two, you don't. You do start with all the machinery, but you don't start with these buildings at the main farm area. That being said, looking at the map, this is what it looks like. Now, I kind of compared it to the FS19 version. From what I can see, from what I can tell, these fields here, this whole section down here, is all new. All of this bit here is all new. Because it kind of ended there before, I think kind of in line here, with these three fields going up here and then up here. So all this chunk here is all new, as far as I can tell. There aren't, I think it's one production chain. Everything else is sell points. So whilst it may still say, as we go around, it will say dairy, and there's a couple other ones. What was the other one? Sawmill. They're not production chains ones, they're just sell points. So if you want to put production chains in, you're going to have to do it yourself. There's no biogas plant as we go around, but again, you can find a place somewhere, you might be able to place one. It's quite hilly and undulating. Finding a flat area might be trickier to do. As far as new farmer, we start with the main farm area here and field 79, this field here 98 and field 35. Field prices, as you might expect, they're quite small fields, aren't too bad. 19 grand, obviously they're going to fluctuate. The largest field, as far as I can tell, is field 49 down here for 103 grand. We do have some forestry sections that we can buy in chunks down the bottom here. So if you want to do a bit of forestry, the sawmill sell points there, which we're going to get to in a little while. Contracts are available. Contracts have popped up. So I guess, oh yeah, there's 50 toys to collect. I did find one and it paid out 1,000, so there'll be 50,000 potentially worth that you can grab. So we start here, our sleep trigger. This is the farmhouse. This is the one by Barney, I think. Sleep trigger's here, and if we go around and outside onto the road here, this is where your wardrobe trigger is. He says, why is that not working? Oh, there we go. What's happened? Oh, there we go. I thought I'd lost my beard for a moment there. So, if I just come to here a little bit, if you come onto here on Farm Manager and start from scratch, the slot count is 718, it will look like this. So like I say, you won't have the buildings, but you'll have all the vehicles and machinery. If you're on New Farmer, you can still under build mode. If there's anything you want to get rid of in this main farmyard, you can. So you can swap stuff out, or just get rid of it completely, or whatever you want to go about doing is entirely up to you. Now, I then did also check to see if I could get the slot count lower, so I got rid of all the machinery you start with. I got the slot count down to 597, just in case you were interested. If we open up the shed doors here, it is a drive-through. We've got some of our equipment and machinery. We'll have a look at what we start with in just a moment. Coming out the other side of here. Whoops. There we go. We've got a Farmer 400 silo, so 400,000 litres, standard grain types. It's not a multi-fruit or anything like that. We've got the cow barn, which is the old cow barn, part of the required mods, old cowshed. This will hold 40 cows. So why nothing's working? There we go. Livestock animal dialogue box is just there. Milk point is there. As we come through, you've got your feed trigger, and I think your bedding trigger will be there as well. And out at this end, we've got our slurry point. Again, I assume it's the slurry point. Yeah, I would assume so, because it's opening there where the drop is. There's no manure extension, so if you want to get manure from your cows, you're going to have to place one. There are loads of modded ones. Standard in-game ones are quite big, so there are small ones you can fit in. So, machine shed just here with another tractor, pickup, trailer and header. So, talking of equipment and machinery, what do we start with? Well, we do start with the Z-Tool Proxima HS80. We've got the medium tractors, John Deere 7810 and a massive Ferguson 3670, all here at the main farm. We've got the harvester, which was in the barn, the pickup you just seen, the trailer, a DK115. Header, we've got plough, cultivator, seeder, and plant. Actually, that's a good point. Header, trailer, seeder, planter. Now, I know I saw in here, that's the planter. Oh, it's over in the corner. So, plough, cultivator, there it is, seeder. I thought I hadn't seen it. I kind of came straight past and missed it. That's the main farmyard. So what we're going to do is grab the pickup and let's head around the map and have a look, shall we? The shadows are a little bit dark in places, I will say. Not horrendously so, but they are a little bit dark. The colour palette and texture palette looks quite nice. As far as the map maker putting mods in, it's the required mods that it says. So if you're looking under build mode, as far as textures and things go, under landscaping, if we go to painting, there are a few. We've got some extra kind of grass ones here. So we've got forest ground grass, dry grass, and the second dry grass. And we scroll across, we've got a few gravel ones here as well to choose from. And then we're on to rock and some more gravel and some dirt towards the end. So some maps have got 3 or 4, some have 5, and then some have a few more so than that. So we're going to head east, across the bridge, to the first point we come to, which, oh no, hang on, I've missed one. I've missed one. I was going to walk there when I did the sleep trigger and I got sidetracked. If we come around the back of here, you can come through all the buildings and we come around the back here. This is Barn Inn Village. This is the Barn Inn Village sell point. So those kind of forage, straw, bales, silage, that kind of stuff. With any of those, I know I have people ask me quite a lot, what can I sell at such and such a place? Well, if you just go onto the menu here, when you scroll down all of the various different crop types, on the right hand side it will tell you where it sells. So what I generally do, like that one, if I know it's a barn sell point, I will look for something that would usually be sold at the barn, like silage, and then look to the right and you'll see barn and Barn Inn Village. So I know those will sell there. Grass, same again. Hay, straw, Barn Inn Village. So yeah, generally speaking, that's the easiest way to do it. You can work out what each place will sell by clicking across and then seeing what it says. I mean, it's fairly straightforward, but I get it. Sometimes if you're new to the game, if you're scrolling through the menus and you're not sure what you're looking for or where to look, I totally understand it. So that was Barn Inn Village. Next sell point is just past here. I think it's the next one there. So this is purchase from local farmer 2. So that's a sell point just there. I have to say the traffic is chaotic and there are pedestrians. As it says, it's added pedestrians. They're everywhere. The map, I have to say, is really, really nice. Very kind of picturesque. It has a nice flow to it. Like I said, it's quite hilly. You know, some maps you have a nice big flat plain area or it's mostly flat. Driving around this to have a quick look round, there aren't many flat places. So as far as placeables go, that may be a little bit trickier. You may have to do some levelling, some landscaping. That's not to say there aren't any, but it's going to be a little bit trickier. So if we turn in just here, We are in the northeast corner of the map now. So we had the barn in village. This is the barn. So that one's just there. Then just past here we've got a fuel point for refueling, which is that one just there. We've then got the dairy sell point, which is just there. And like I said, that's just a sell point. That's not a production chain. We've got a lime station just there. And then we've got, say it's grain elevator. Let me just check. Yep, that's the grain elevator sell point just there. So all clustered into this little industrial sell point area, how we can refer to it. If we whiz back along here and then we take a left, there's a little farm track. Where are we? Just here. So we're heading south now, up over the ridge, just to the left there, you can see it, there's a manure heap over there. Now I thought it was probably a buy point, but if we go back into here, and we go, yeah, as it says there, straw, hay, grass. There's no selling price there. Normally, if you could buy from it, there's a selling price. They will buy, that's a buy point. So, as in they are buying from you. It's a sell point for us, a buy point for them. So, yeah, same things you can do at the barn and barn in village. There's a manure heap, which I thought it'd be cool if it was a manure heap you could go and buy manure from. I could be wrong. It is showing on the sell points, but yeah, I should really test that. But what I'll do is I'll test that later on, and if it is a buy point as well, I'll put a thumbs up on the screen now if it is. If a thumbs up doesn't come up, it's not. It's just a sell point. So what I'm going to do is cut across the grass here. You can follow the track round, and there's a little pond here, and a little river runs across. It's quite steep inclines either side of the river, so you have to be careful. Sometimes you can sort of drive through them, but not always. If we carry on down here, we come to purchase from a local farmer. The other one was purchased from a local farmer 2. This is just purchased from a local farmer, so I assume this is 1. So another sell point just here. Local farmer's farmyard, who will buy things from you. From here, we're going to start heading west. It's not a huge map. There's a lot of detail on it. There's 235.89 megabytes, so it's quite a high megabyte download, but when you look around there's loads going on. And there's the ability, if you want to, if small fields aren't your thing and you want a bit of a challenge, you can take out the trees. There's various different machines now that will just remove them, but if you want to cut them down, sell the lumber, you can. If you just want to remove them, you can just remove them. And then you can plough your fields together to make bigger fields if you want to go down that route. So we'll follow the road round. So just to the south of me here is all the woodland areas. There's a fence around this bit, but as we come up to the side of it, you can access it and go in, and you can buy those plots. And like I say, that's kind of up alongside the sawmill, which is just up here. So we've got, first up there, that's the village grain elevator sell point, just there. And then we've got sawmill as we come round. That's the wood chip point there, and then your lumber point is just over here. So for selling wood, that's just there. That train doesn't move, that's just there as a kind of, was a railway. Little field to the side there, and then all the forestry runs off that direction. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the map. So we started here, and I went out and then realised I had forgotten to show you that bit. So we did that, went out and did that one. Purchased from local farmer 2. Then we came all up here to the northeast and did the sell points around there. Then back along there and down this track. The manure heap was just over there. Then we cut across the field there, but like I say, you can go down and across there. Purchased from local farmer there. We then took that little track down there and we've weaved our way around here. Village grain elevator, sawmill sell points, and then like I say, the forestry sections all across here, directly across from where I am. So what we're going to do now is head that way and out to those sell points just there. Avoiding traffic, which last time I did this I got clobbered and it flipped my I was going to put it in as a kind of a blooper, but decided it was far too embarrassing, so I'm going to turn down here. The views are lovely when you come across, as you come over the brows of hills. It's just a lovely, lovely look to the map. Now I know the last couple of days, a lot of the maps, Westbridge Hills appears to have been removed. I know I did the map tour on that. That's been removed from the mod hub. They're all maps that have been converted. They are new to FS22, but they're not new maps. This one, again, I like the feel of the map, and I liked the feel from the original one when I did the map tour on that. All this section here, from here, is oh, actually, just the next set of fields over. Let's just go across and I'll show you. So from about, whoop, didn't see that. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck. So from here, all of this section all over here, this is all new. This is all the new stuff, all over here, and then runs up north as well past there. So it has added a whole load of more stuff in. It has. Has the map changed dramatically? Does it feel fresher and updated? I'm going to be honest, not really. Yes, there are new textures, there are new grass textures, map endings have been improved. Like the list of stuff that's been changed is huge. And again, I'm not knocking the map maker, but I'm just kind of being honest. It's an extension of the previous map. The thing I've been surprised with driving around is that a lot of the buildings that are on here aren't production chains. So the dairy and the sawmill, I just assumed would be. You see them on the map, think, oh, dairy, cool, that'll be a production chain. That's not to say you can't put them in. Of course you can put production chains in. But, you know, it has had a revamp, of course it has. So, here, we've got the main machinery store. So, buy point there, your workshop trigger is just here. We've got our livestock market just here. This is also the reset point. So if you need to reset a vehicle for any particular reason, it will reset here back to this yard. From here, we're just going to go just up here and turn in. For as far as I can make out, the only production chain on the building, and this is the modded one. This is the old grain mill by Bartson V3. So this will do your flour and stuff when purchased. How much is this one to buy? 23 grand. So I'm going to buy it because I wanted to show you. I'm trying to think because I did a mod review on it. And mine's gone blank. Oh, there we go. Let's turn all those off. So this one, you can do your regular flour types. Sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil. So if you bring sunflowers, canola or olives, you can then do olive oils as well. So flour and oils. So it's a mill for flour and oils. I'm glad I checked that because I had made an assumption based upon all the various different mods I've reviewed and thought, oh yeah, that's one that does extra stuff, but it does oils too. So just something to bear in mind. You've kind of got a 2 for 1 there. That's your 2 for. Then pulling in just here, this is all part of the extension, the new part of the map. We have got purchase AgroPole and purchase pallets. So one of the sell points here is AgroPole. So you sell here for regular stuff, and then pallet sell point for production pallets, as you can see the stuff here, is this one just here. And that's the map. We've been around it. If we go back up to the top, so we came from the sawmill there, we went out and had a look at sort of the extension from there out, then we drove up to there, machinery store, animal dealer, old grain mill, and then purchase AgroPole and purchase pallets just here. So that section here went up there and then out there. So these fields here are all the new ones. And then it's just a swing back round on the road and we're back to the main farm. I haven't been up to the top section here. There is a bit more. Oh yeah, I meant to mention the verges, the periphery of the map is only 20,997. Oh, I'm having a mare today. Which isn't too expensive. That being said, what you gain from that, just trying to think, what do you gain from that? Not a huge amount, really. I was just thinking, as far as placeables and things go, it doesn't really give you a huge amount more. I suppose it does give you that section up there, and it gives you the sawmill bit down here. So if you want to put some placeables in there, maybe you could, and the river. But I don't know if you'd want to put anything in the river, to be fair. But yeah, it's really cheap. So if you want to just buy it, I'm not sure why you would want to just buy it. You can. Every time I park this pickup, it doesn't matter where I stop, I seem to get a queue of people waiting. So that's the map. Is it a nice map? Of course it is, and it's been extended, and there's new stuff been added, and you know, it's a lovely map. It really is a nice map. That's WOSNICE by Bartson V3. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.